Welcome back, my Duelist friends. Casual Duelist here, and it is Sunday. Sunday means it's time for some Speed Duel Spotlight, and I definitely confirmed it. I'm definitely going to do the skill card I wanted to talk about, and I wanted to talk about the new skill, Battle City Siren. So, pretty good skill. Like, honestly, this is one that you flip over once you activate it. Once per turn during the main phase, you can change the battle position of one monster your opponent controls. This turn, the first attack you declare must target that monster. This skill can only be used twice per duel. So, good skill, great skill. We need to talk about a couple of things. We need to talk about how, this is almost better than having an enemy controller. And I say almost because obviously if we had a nice quick play enemy controller right now, we'd be able to just manipulate the battle position of face-up monsters like crazy. But we'd also be able to take them. Which, depending on what deck you are actually running in Speed Duel right now, could be pretty good. But that said, the wording differs. This enemy controller says, change the battle position of a face-up monster, whereas the Battle City Siren, she's going to say, change the battle position of one monster they control. So I'm going to assume, and generally speaking, I'm going to assume correctly, that if you were to move a face-down defense position monster, this would force a flip. Otherwise, it would end in a face-down attack position, or this is going to get routed later to where it does only target a face-up card. For right now, it's a little bit of a gray area. I'm not sure which way it works, but I'm going to tell you why this card's good, and it's because we're mostly going to use it on face-up monsters. So, which ones do we want to do it to? Well, guys, this is actually going to be a quick one. Basically everything, because we can change it. It doesn't say from attack to defense or from defense to attack. So, like this week, we played Under Pressure, which plays Ryu, but it plays him in defense mode where he's got 2,800 stacked points. Now, maybe you got something like you got to summon Skull, okay? 1 second. We've got him here as well. So maybe you've got to summon Skull and you're trying to attack my Ryu. Well, one Battle City Siren later, and now Ryu is in attack position. Easy pickings for the Summoned Skull. Maybe it's the opposite way around. Maybe this is how it started, and I'm activating this. Summoned Skull's much easier to defeat once he's at 1,200. So I just put together a list of some really good monsters, and I just want to show you just how easily some of these things could be defeated if you do this. Maybe you had a down defense monster and your opponent plays no Jama King. Well, it's a lot easier to beat when you put it in the appropriate position based on whether or not country's in play. So what I'm saying is if Ojama Country is in play, technically his stats are reversed, so you're going to want Big Boy to be in defense because then he'll have a 0. If it's normal circumstances and he was played through Waking the Dragons, well, you want to put him in attack mode because then he's going by his written values only. And at that point, it's going to feel like a direct attack while freeing up your zones. Another crazy card is Reflect Bounder. So this is a great way to disarm Reflect Bounder. The way that he works, before damage calculation, if this card is being attacked by an opponent monster and was in attack position at the start of the damage step, he's not going to be with the Siren. So he'll never get to fire off our attack at him, and it doesn't matter what size monster we use. The only bonus here is we can actually use an even smaller card because he's only got 1,000 defense. Battle City Siren, we can defuse these. Same thing with Kaiku. He's got 700 defense as opposed to that good 18. Jinzo falls into this line. Again, it's not a trap. It's just a skill effect. He goes from 24 to 15, plus you'll get the use of your traps back. If your opponent just summoned a Goblin attack force, you can just go ahead and kick it to defense. And then again, there's a decent amount of piercing in Speed Duel right now. So you can go ahead, you can pierce it. Maybe that's game right there. You don't know. Dark Magician, it's kind of negligible once you get to stats that are this close. But you might only have something that's at 2,200, 2,300, like that Goblin attack force. So then doing this to a Dark Magician could in fact be a net plus for you. Other cards, Chow Sai, he'll drop from 19 to 8. Breaker drops from 19 or 16 down to 1,000. Arc Fiend Soldier and a lot of those. They'll go from 19 to 15, so you don't have to waste the largest monster's attack. And then dudes like Marionette, because again, I love playing Marionette because spell counters got so easy because we have ultimate wizardry. But then you got like magical Marionette. Like this guy can gain spell counters. Every spell counter is an additional 200 attack value. You get the right player, you're going to play a bunch of spells. You're going to put him in defense mode. He never raised his defense. He still only got 1,000. Like, even the bigger monster cards, like Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Like, you could just sit Blue Eyes Ultimate and crash it with either one of the Sacred Beast cards or even Obelisk, because he'll drop from 4,500 to 3,800. And again, like Hamon, Raviel, and Obelisk are all at flat 4Ks. They'll all take him. Just seriously, Blue Eyes lose to the Master of Oz at that point, and Cyber and Dragon as well. So it's kind of crazy, but the Battle City Siren is good. It's not a, I'm not sure if it goes as far as like a card effect that targets. Obviously, you are targeting a card, but I don't know, because it says you can change the position of one. Maybe you can do it to cards that normally can't be targeted. So maybe you could even do this to like Obelisk. Why you would, I'm not certain. The dude doesn't exactly get weaker. He's 4K both. But there are other cards that just can't be targeted, and maybe this is another way through them. Just a good skill card, guys. Plus, you get to do it twice per turn, or twice per duel. The only real drawback is that has to be your first battle. So if you were only beating that monster with only one character on your side, then it's a little more high risk reward. And you might want to look at back row disruptors like Night Beams, Cosmic Cyclone, Galactic Cyclone, maybe even playing your own breaker, the Magical Warrior, stuff like that. But this is it. It was like nice, easy, quick video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys get a chance to play this out a little bit and see what situations it comes up in your tables. And again, if you enjoyed it, do the things, don't do the things. Do one thing, okay? Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Hopefully you have a great weekend this week. And I hope to see you guys again either tomorrow with the Magic the Gathering deck or this next Tuesday or Wednesday when we come back with another Speed Duel deck. Till then, my friends, you have a lovely day. Can't wait to see you back. Later.